In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use OrbitNote to interact with the PDF to add text and have it read to you. So in order to access OrbitNote, I'm going to open up the Edge browser. And along the top of the Edge browser is the OrbitNote icon right in the extension bar. Double-clicking on that will prompt a login. And you're going to use the sign in with Microsoft option. And if you're on an SD71 computer at school, quite often it'll just prompt you through the login. You don't actually have to type in your login again. Now, if this is the first time you're accessing it this year, you may have to log in a couple of times because we installed a new version, which will prompt you to install it again. So once I'm done logging in, I land on my landing page for OrbitNote, and here I can add files from my local system, from my OneDrive, and if I've accessed files before, I can click on them to open them from here. But I'm going to show you how you can save or download one from the internet and access it from your downloads folder. So I'm going to go to our number sense, our snap assessment, and this is accessed from our website, and this is a PDF online right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this save icon so that it downloads it to my local machine. You could, depending on how you're accessing PDFs, you could see a downloads icon there as well. So I'm going to click save. And I'm seeing that it's going to my downloads folder here, and I click save one more time. And then what I do is I go back to my OrbitNote landing page, and I'm going to open that PDF from my local system, and I'm going to look for that downloads icon, make sure I'm in that folder, and find that PDF document that I just downloaded. Double-clicking on it will automatically open it up in OrbitNote. Now you can tell that you're in OrbitNote because of this really cool toolbar here. Some of the things that we can do before we even start interacting with it is going into our settings so that we can adjust the voice that will be reading to us. So clicking on this drop down will allow us to select different voices. This little star right here means that these are AI voices, and although they're pretty cool voices, you will not be able to adjust the speed on them. So if we select these ones, you can see that I can adjust my voice speed. I am going to go in and I'm going to select Adams. The other thing that I can do is I can translate text within OrbitNote, and I can choose what language I want it to translate into by clicking on my drop down and selecting any of the languages that are available here. Once I'm done, I can go and click save. Now, if you use the text to speech tools, which is this play button or the screenshot reader right here, this will have OrbitNote read the text to you. So for me to have the text read, I just highlight the text and I click on the play button. I could also do a screenshot of something that maybe doesn't have text in it, maybe has an image in it. And it will look for any text within that image and read it out loud to you. Now, this section over here are my annotation tools. This allows me to do markups on my PDF document itself. Starting from left to right, this is my highlight tool. Clicking on there to activate it, and I know it's activated because it's blue, will allow me to select text and highlight it a certain color. Changing the color of the highlighters will change the color of the text. Clicking it again will deactivate it so that it doesn't highlight as I click. Anytime that you see this pop up here, do click to save changes. This tool right here allows me to draw shapes within here. Selecting this tool will let me freehand draw or mark up the document itself. Again, I can select the color and how thick that line is going to be, and I can draw with my mouse, the trackpad, or if you have a touch screen, you can actually touch the screen to draw on the screen itself. Clicking on the T or the text tool allows me to click within the document to insert a text box, which then I can type. Keeping it activated means that I can click wherever I want within the text box and keep adding additional text boxes. Once I have a text box added, I can actually use the dictate feature built into Windows 10. And I activate the dictate feature by pressing and holding the Windows key and the letter H at the same time on my keyboard. Now, whatever I say will be typed in this text box. Clicking on that X will close the dictation box. Now this text box cannot be resized. It can be moved, but it can't be resized. So in order for it to fit in spaces, you may have to make 2 lines out of it. And you do that by just clicking until you see the cursor where you want that new line to be formed and just pressing Enter on your keyboard. Now this fits nicely in here, and using my select tool, I can move it around wherever I would like it to be. Clicking on this icon right here opens up a word dictionary. So whatever word that I highlight and click on that dictionary, those words will be displayed. Clicking on the play arrow will have that spoken out loud. Clicking on the icon next to it displays pictures. Highlighting and selecting the Translate tool will translate it into whatever language you chose in the settings. Clicking on this icon plus the text box will allow OrbitNote to predict what you may be typing. If I start typing value, you can see down below is the options that it displays, and clicking on it will allow me to choose one. Now, once I'm done doing all my changes, markups, adding text to my document, I don't need to download it again. I need to make sure it's saved, and I can see that it's saved because there's no little asterisks beside here. And once that's done, I exit out of the OrbitNote and I open up my File Explorer. This is the little file down below here. Click on my blue Downloads folder and I can see my document right here. This now can be handed in to my teacher in whatever format your teacher has asked you to, whether or not it's through Brightspace, Teams, Spaces EDU, or just email it to them.